So what do y'all think as you get back? Dinner's being served. You are getting the professor basically healed back up. The professor thought he was going to be a meal for the bar guests, that's for sure. But the bar guest never said anything, just kept snarling and licking his chops the whole time. He basically saw a rotisserie chicken sitting up against the wall on that bone pile and was eventually going to eat him. So
Does Bargus taste good? What's the flavor like? Should we send some people to go retrieve it and throw it on the fire?
it probably tastes like chicken, like everything else. I mean, but I don't know.
And
And
wolf. We got a lot of wolf meat.
well, speaking of chicken, I'm cooking chicken wings tonight for dinner. Love it.
Oh.
Oh, heck yeah.
Argus does taste like chicken. I may have sneaked a piece.
I also want to tell you, congratulations, you're level 6 now as well.
Ooh.
Thanks.
So yeah, you guys are level 6, and you'll get +1 to everything. You may get some new features, etc. So that's pretty cool too.
Excellent.
So I think we'll settle in for the night, follow up on these leads, maybe head into town on the way, do some shopping, quick shopping.
Sure. Yeah, because what is the other reason that you're here for besides the circus? I mean, obviously that's a huge reason to why you're here, but there's also another reason why you're here.
Yeah, so we're investigating a connection. So let's see. Kavanaugh's superiors are powerful priests of Zevgevzeb. I say that 3 times.
Zev give a Zeb, yeah. And the Moonstone Hall.
Moonstone Hall, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got another, as the new day starts, everybody gets rested, everybody gets healed back up. I'm going to go ahead and tell the party sheet that you have had a full rest. Overnight rest. Everybody should be good to go. Next day comes. You have 4 days until your next big show.
What do we? Is there anything we could do? You said we could buy stuff for it. Is there any other options to do?
Sure. Yeah, you can go into town and try to investigate where this Moonstone Hall was, and you can go buy equipment if you want to. It's only a couple miles from Escadar, so it's not like it's going to be a big long day journey. I mean, it's only going to take 15, 20 minutes to get back into town.
And we still potentially have to clear out more of the swamp because that's part of our thing too. So I mean, we could always keep going back to the swamp until that's finished out.
Well, the professor says that he can actually lead that now that the big.
No, we got the big things.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
You took care of this big black pudding. You took care of the bar guest and the wolf pack. Yeah, he can take care of it. Him and his crew, and all of the other roustabouts and roustabouts. They can start clearing out everything. They said, so if you have something you need to do, we'll take care of it here at the camp. And if something goes wrong, they'll send a messenger into town. So
cool.
When the tent catches on fire, like the Graf Zeppelin there, it will. They'll go ahead and they'll let you know.
I was asking for stuff to do, improving the circus also. I know you mentioned buying things for it, but is there anything else we could do since we have 5 days before the big show?
You can advertise for the show to generate anticipation. So there will be an anticipation score, a base anticipation score that you're going to need to make now that you're all level 6. But you could also go into town, spend some of your circus has 150 gold profit. So you can go ahead and advertise, and depending on how aggressive you are with advertising, the anticipation goes up. So if you meet, then you'll get a greater profit in the end. You might be able to get another upgrade for the circus, etc. Nomi's saying shopping investigation and then hype the circus.
So if anybody's going in town, I'll hype up the circus with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in town, hype up, and I'm gonna spend 35 gold for a magic rune put on my staff.
Ooh, nice, awesome.
Give me a +1.
Yeah.
All right.
Potency rune is a +1 weapon.
Yeah, +1 stuff you can easily find. Potency runes, you can definitely find those in Escadar. So they're not that. I think they're 50, 75 gold or something like that. They're not very much. In fact, I don't even know if they're that much.
Well, the cheapest one I have is 35. I only have 55 gold, so I'm spending 35 gold.
Yeah, there you go. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick 4 to 5 minute break? All right. So the next morning came, and you guys mentioned that you want to do some shopping, investigation, and then hype the circus. So for shopping, you guys can go ahead and basically, if it's anything that's common, like a +1 rune or anything like that, I'm okay with you guys just go ahead and buying that and putting that on your weapon or your armor or something like that. Just don't forget to change on your character sheet. You get a +1 bonus. So we won't go into the details of the shopping while you're in Escadar. However, if there's something that's not common, then we would probably need to do a quick roll or something like that. But I mean, that goes for, chakras, that goes for potions, that goes for even magic items. If it's common, Escadar will have it.
I got a decent amount of gold, like 353 gold, that I've just been accumulating. Is that something that, how much does it cost for like a +1 on the rapier? Is that you just throw a rune on it? Is that what it is now?
Yeah, potency, right? It's the potency rune. It would be a +1. Makes your item magical as well. Gives it the magical trait.
And when I looked, there was a 35. There's a 35 gold and a 100 gold piece.
And that's called a Rune of Potency or a Rune Stone?
Yeah, and one's potency, which is to hit roll, and the other one is for the damage.
Yeah, for damage, yeah. And then an armor potency will give it raise the item's armor class by 1. And then there's other different potency runes that you can get that'll add 1 resist to something, or this or that, or
cool. And the level is basically the level you have to be to use those items, right? So once we reach level 10, we can do +2s, is that right?
Correct. Well, to buy them, yes, you have to be that level. But there's no restriction on levels themselves to using an item. But you can even buy potency crystals or 4 gold. And you basically +1, you even get a +1 bonus on that. So, but once you use the potency rune, it's gone. It's like the runes, the chakras and stuff like that you guys have been finding.
Is there any magical scrolls I can look through? Maybe a couple of levels. Magic.
I believe that you can get scrolls for the level that you want. So let's see.
How much would that be?
That I do not know. But there's magical scroll cases and stuff.
Well, I have 25 gold, so we'll see.
I wonder if it'd be worse, since we're fighting a lot of devils and demons. I'll ask the shopkeeper if they have anything that's good for fighting against fiends and stuff. Is there a cold iron version of something that can stab through stuff better? One with fairy dust sprinkled on it, or but not tooth fairy dust, because we want to keep them in our good graces.
So in the reference manual, I found a section about scrolls, and if you want to buy a scroll, a level 1 scroll will cost you 4 gold. A level 2 scroll will cost you 12 gold. Level 3 will be 30, etc. All you have to do is open up the reference manual and just type in scroll in the search, and that will pop up.
Well, I'm gonna spend 24
gold. Second, sure. Yeah, you'll be able to buy 2 second levels, or you could even buy 6 first level scrolls if you want. So 4 gold
So
for level 1, 12 gold for level 2.
what are those runes that you're talking about listed under?
You could just type in like a rune, or you can go to consumable. There's a bunch of consumable stuff as well in the reference manual under magic items. All you have to do is just type in consumable and it will pop up, and there are a bunch of consumables, ammunition, oils, potions, scrolls, talismans, and then there's other consumables as well.
Yeah, so I want to see if I can find like a cold iron rapier, then buy one of those and then put a rune on it.
Oh, so basically enchant your weapon with cold iron for the upgrade, and then putting a +1 potency rune on it, right?
Yeah, so it says the price, cold iron weapon, low grade cold iron weapon is basically 40 gold plus 4 gold per bulk. Is the price range for it.
Yeah, so the lighter weapons would be cheaper, obviously, and the two-handed weapons that have a higher bulk would be much more expensive.
So that would be maybe, is it just one bulk for a rapier probably? I guess it probably says on my item, right? Let's see, rapier.
Yeah, it'll have all that information.
Yeah, all right, so it's one bulk, so that would be 44 gold for that, and then it's just 35 to put a +1 on it? Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I will do that if that's available here in Escadar.
Yes, anything that's common is definitely available here. And then don't forget, you can even buy, armor potency stuff also. So, I mean,
yeah, I'll probably do that too.
But yeah, all the +1 stuff you can definitely find.
Yeah,
with no markup. Now, if you were out in the middle of nowhere, there would possibly be a markup. You know what I mean? Just because of the location. So,
I mean, heck, I might as well do that for the short bow too, since it's only 35. Those +1s help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my leather armor.
Yeah, I got hit a bunch when it's exactly 24. So if I can just get to 25, like, hey, sometimes that kicks in.
So besides the shopping, what about the Moonstone Hall? What kind of ways do you think you could find information out about this place?
Is there like a library in town?
There is, and that would possibly be a way to find the Moonstone Hall. So there are definitely several libraries here in Escadar, and you could search from an arcanic type of way. There's several temples here, so you could also search in a religious way, because that's what the Moonstone Hall was. It was a temple previously, so maybe another temple here may have some information. What are some other ways that you guys could possibly determine a location for this place?
I mean, ask people in town.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you can question the locals.
Go to the old tavern.
Yeah. Any other ideas that you guys have?
Do we have like a map of Escadar by any chance?
Yeah, you have one. If I remember correctly, I think Andera
Right.
Pauldron gave you a map to show you the location outside of Escadar where she wanted the swamp drained and cleared.
Right, that's right.
Drain the swamp.
Starstone Isle. Hermitage. Dangerous plot. That's
Maybe you could even go back and talk to the chief constable, Andera Pauldron. Maybe
Yeah, now that we cleared out the swamp, we could definitely.
Because you would need a permit to get in there. if you did find it or whatever, you would definitely need a permit to go in and investigate, unless you're just going to do it very discreetly and nonchalantly.
Are there any other like priests and stuff in town too? Because I mean, that was a temple, so maybe other worshippers would know more.
Yeah, there's definitely. I'm guaranteeing there would probably be priests inside of the temples that are in the town.
Oh, armor potency is 160, so weapon is plus 35, armor potency 160. Okay.
AC is always much more valuable.
Oh,
Saves lives. It saves lives. If that
239. All right.
only if that little baby seal had +3 to AC, it may not have been clubbed. Ah, too soon. Never mind. Wow, you guys are level 6 already. So what do you guys think about also you guys were talking about hyping the circus. What kind of ideas do you have for that? I know I'm bugging you guys as you're trying to
Oh yeah, that's all
upgrade
good.
your character.
Well, me, I'll give some, play a little bit of spoons in town, give a little bit of demonstration, cast some mage hand, and kind of play 3 pairs of spoons at the same time. Get people interested.
Oh, I love it.
We're gonna make sure we're always sticking together though, because we don't trust the other circus to not harass us.
Mm.
And we're looking for a tower or a priest tower, or what was the place we were looking for again?
One of the temples that you could do some religious research to try to find a location of the Moonstone Hall.
Okay, that's okay. We don't know where this place is. Gotcha.
No, you definitely don't. The only thing you know is it's somewhere here in Escadar.
Okay. So I mean, I guess while other people are looking around, shopping, things like that, because I'm pretty good on the shopping part since I just made my character.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of maybe ask locals or something like that, or
find a church, try to help out. I'm the new guy. I want to help out, show my worth.
Sure, yeah. You let everybody know you're going to go looking for a church, so you do find one.
And I mean, what would I know what type of church this is, or?
Yeah, this is the monastery that you found. It took you about 10-15 minutes. And you can also look at all of the rooftops and stuff, and you found a cross, iconage and stuff. And you found a monastery, and it's called Saint Sarnax. And it's one of the oldest. That's my hillbilly kicking in there. Holy cow! Yeah, and it's one of the oldest buildings in Escadar. And it's a beautiful, an old off-white marble structure. And it's the home of 3 elderly knights of the Aeon Star. And, they are the inheritors of a long Aslanti tradition of sword mages, basically. And when you get to the monastery, you go inside, and you're met by an elderly knight, and his name is Sir Ulrich Weem. And he's courteous to you, but he's very, very upfront and deliberate, in his old age. And he asks you, would you like a blessing, or would you like to make a donation to Saint Sarnax?
A blessing sounds nice.
And he pulls out a bowl. He says, put the donation in the bowl, and you will be blessed, my child.
I'll toss a silver piece in there.
Sure. He looks at it, and he says, thank you very much for your generosity. And he, does one of these, blessings and touches your forehead, and he goes, what else can I help you with? Is there anything else?
It's looking for a place called the Moonstone Tower. If I'm saying that right.
Oh, the Moonstone Hall. Well, we do have an archive here at Saint Sarnac. So if you want to follow me, I'll take you to our library, and we can both take a look together. I have no other pressing matters at this time, so he escorts you back to the library. So why don't you give me as you're starting to pull some old dusty tomes down from the shelves and some old rolled up parchments and these bone types of scroll holders, and both of you start looking around. So why don't you give me you could give me a religion check or a society check, whatever's higher for you, as you're looking through all of these writings and scrolls. I'm seeing you laughing. You must have a horrible religion or society check.
Convince him, be like, hey, I'm a little short, and
Literally.
He gets you a little step ladder as well, so you can, step up on it and look at all of the scrolls and stuff, so you're not kind of jumping up, seeing what's going on.
yeah, this is gonna take forever, sir. Is there any way that you can look for the information? I'll sweeten the pot for your deity or pig.
Well, yes, that would require another donation to our beautiful Saint Sarnac. Yes, feel free, and he just pulls a bowl out of his robes.
I'm trying to do diplomacy versus my actual own research. I'll throw my final 2 silver pieces in there.
Okay, I'll take that, and he'll say, yes, just give me a little bit of time, and I will try to find some information for you, and if you could give me an hour or so. So yeah, he accepts it and tells you that feel free to come back in another hour. Just give me a little bit of time. I've got no other pressing matters, so I can do this for you. I'm gonna open up that character sheet. I want to see what you got for skills. Oh yeah, it definitely doesn't have any kind of religion or society.
Yeah.
Wow.
I even thought about taking godless healing.
All right, so as Jorm, you find the other party members. As you guys kind of split up for a little while. Omi, what were you doing during this time?
Omi's kind of playing some spoons for especially some of the children in town, trying to fascinate them, get them hyped up about wanting to ask their parents to go to the circus.
Yeah, give me a performance roll really quick.
Okay. I'll use a hero point on that because why not?
All right. You generate some anticipation, as you kind of hand out I'm sure you probably have some Spoon the World pencils and mugs and shirts and everything. So with your re-rolled performance check, you're able to generate an extra anticipation for the show that's coming up in 4 days. And this doesn't cost you any money to promote this because you're actually performing on the street. And there's no sign of any of this celestial menagerie like last time where you had to do your dance off with them. Darren, what about you?
Zero's while he's shopping, he's really touting the new talent we just have, and we're all about gaining new talent to the circus, and we're better than the other circus. And I'm even going to sing a song in the next circus performance. You want to see the magical wizard sing a song about our illustrious Omi Barton,
Oh,
the greatest,
wow.
probably the greatest bard that ever lived. That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, Omi, you taught me how to sing. I haven't sang in public yet. It's only been in like a small room. So, you know,
So are you guys wanting to invest financially in any kind of advertising or anything like that with like posters or maybe magical spells or the magical billboard you were talking about that you wanted to make? The magical billboard.
Well, the rat lady had her own poster already printed up, so I think we should put that someplace prominent, like
Yeah.
right outside the tavern door.
Yeah, you have a little printer. You have enough, you know.
Is the printer named like Beavis, and he just sits and draws all day, and he's like, it's like making
Oh,
5 of these copies.
Oh, it's yeah. The name can be anything that you want. I mean, sure, if you want Beavis and Butthead to be, copying posters and stuff and giving them to you so you can go into town and hang them up.
We got 2 guys working on posters full time. It's Hewlett and Packard.
Oh gosh, and is that why they never get anything printed? Because it's always broken.
They like PC load letter. I'm like, what the hell?
Hewlett Packard. I didn't even know they were around still. No, I'm just kidding. I know that.
So Emu will probably do some acrobatics performances and stuff as well to try to hype it up once he's done with his little shopping excursion.
Sure, you find all of the runes that you want, and the cold iron upgrade and stuff. Why don't you give me a performance roll, Mr. Emu?
Performance.
21 DC. Omi luckily hit it last time.
I nearly tripped and fell, but thankfully, turned it around.
You nearly tripped, you nearly fell, almost impaling yourself. You pick yourself up. The crowd claps. And they're like, eh. And then you can hear a couple people say, "This isn't the Celestial Menagerie, that's for sure."
Is that the enemy?
Yes, that is the other circus that everyone left, basically.
Don't worry, I'll do better at the circus event because I'll be drunk.
You always work better drunk.
It's hard to do that when you're sober. You try rolling around and flipping around like that. It's not natural.
So all of you are back together now. Jorm, and you've gone off and already came back. So
I don't know. Maybe I could try a performance doing some flips, maybe mimicking Emu.
Cool. Why don't you give me a performance check? Well, I'll tell you this: as Emu is picking himself up, you kind of just inject yourself into the small performance, and with your role, you're able to kind of play this off as to Emu not even messing up at all, because you guys kind of just worked well together instantly, even though it's the first time you've done any kind of performance together. But with your role, you do generate some excitement for your performance, and I'll give you another anticipation for the circus. So now you'll be at 2 higher inspiration. So
yeah, everybody, come check out Emu, and Jorp.
And Splug. And Jorp. All these singles, All right, so you got 2 anticipation now. So I'll give you guys a table on what you want to do, seeing that you've generated some anticipation for the next show. You've done some shopping. And what do you think about the investigating for the Moonstone Hall?
Well, what time of day is it after we finish all this up?
It's still late morning. It's still late morning. The crowd is starting to disperse throughout, the town square where you guys are congregated. You can smell fresh baked loaves of bread and other muffins and baked goods from the street vendors and their